Yes, guys, good evening, good afternoon. Welcome to my channel, Auntie D. Right now, I want to talk about how and why is it important to become a successful person. What are your views? What do you think? Maybe after you have listened to my ideas, maybe you would have achieved it already. Well, maybe you are still thinking about how to go about it. I'm here to help, to motivate you, to encourage you that you are not alone. There are other persons there too. I have passed through it as well. And I believe I sat down and I said to myself today, I could share this point too because it is worth sharing. Persons need to be encouraged and be motivated, right? Many times we see persons around, they're unable to make that first step, all because maybe they need someone to help them with the thinking. Sometimes you have to do some critical thinking and you need help. So I'm here now to help those who need help and those who need a little brush up. No, I'm looking at how a person can become successful in life. Well, I say in life as we journey through life. Many times we look at others and wonder how, because we wonder because we're able to see, but we don't know how they go about it. Some people would have had the cash so they can go to study quicker. Quickly after high school, they can move into college or university. Some may have to work part time and study part time. Some may have to work for a couple of years, get some cash together, and then go after study. And some the money will never meet because maybe they start having a family early. So it's difficult. And maybe they don't have the help financially. They don't have a good financial background where persons or family members could assist them. So here I am now talking about somebody want to become successful. Sometimes we are prejudiced against certain type of jobs and we think we should go for the big ones when we don't have the intellect to manage it. But there's always a space for everybody. Right. And each person's position balances with the other. It is important. I can remember, guys, the days when farming farming was looked on as a low level job or career. You would not want to couldn't go to school until your parents want to become a farmer. They would try to discourage you as much as possible. But we have seen through the years how much farming is a wide area and you can choose a part and work with that part. So now you're going to have a plan. What do I want to achieve? Is this an aspect that I like? Do I have the qualifications to achieve it? What qualification do I need to achieve that goal? So I will have to sit and think, having gone through school, do I have the requisite skills? Or should I say examination passes? Okay, maybe not. So what are you going to do now? Try and get into an institution that offers those skills. Maybe you don't have the financial backing. So what you're going to do? You're going to seek where you can get some assistance. And sometimes, persons who are working in some institutions, all they need to do sometimes, is go and speak to their HR. Go to the HR department, speak to your manager, tell them your desires. And sometimes they will even assist you. But sometimes, people don't talk. So if you don't talk, how is it going to be known? And sometimes persons are not serious. They're not serious. But I would say you have to have a plan and then look at the area of interest you have. What if you are able to go to a community college then to study plumbing or electrical, or you want to go someplace to study animal farm, husbandry, raising animals, the different areas, planting vegetables and crops, or, different things. Choose. You want to go and study to be a nurse, a doctor, lawyer, teacher, whatever. Choose carefully. Don't take on something that you cannot achieve. Choose the area that likes you more. Somebody may want to become a fisherman. You must be able to know that you have to be able to can swim and dive, and you don't go by yourself. So you work with a team, right? Team building. So When I look at it, I say everybody can contribute. We may not have the capital to set up a big business, but you can get yourself first, get yourself in line. One of my reasons for saying that is when you get older in life, you know, you're not qualified for any job right through your youthful years. Why would you be qualified when you're so older and you're unable to work? You're weak. You're supposed to be out of the system when you're just trying to hang around some little thing that is not relevant. How are you going to pay your bills? And sometimes you have medical bills to pay more when you're a little older, right? You did not have a job or a career or a profession. So therefore, no, you were not able to own a home. Maybe you didn't have a family, you know? So and you can start a family not having anything. But I know where husbands have wives, where one party works because one is more qualified, but sometimes it brings a stress on the relationship. So it's best when people, to me, guys, when persons can go out together once they can afford it and pay someone to assist in the home with some chores. So the parents don't go and work themselves tirelessly, come home again and work tirelessly, and then they don't benefit what they would have worked for, right? So I believe working equals saving. Yes, you have to work and save because you have to save for the later years of your life. You have to also save for your children's education. Now, if you're not working and you're just moving about the place, not doing anything, how are you going to achieve? How are you going to achieve? What example would you be setting now for your children to emulate? What example, right? What are they going to emulate? Oh, my dad or my mom never worked, and we never had enough money to eat food. And then no, you don't have it, don't have it to give your children to go get a proper education, to change, you know, that way of thinking so that you can achieve. So as parents, we have to have goals. Before becoming a parent, we have to have a goal in mind. What is it do I want to do? Where am I going? Am I going to build a family? Can I afford a car? If one person works and the pay or the salary is not enough, there's going to be problems, right? So both persons, I would suggest persons at an early age equip themselves educationally, have their basic qualifications that can help them in getting a job, and at the same time, it prepares for their pension years. Because having your children now and you never work, they have their responsibility now. You're going to put so much stress because you were not able to work to achieve, to even leave something where they can put you in a nursing home to take care of you. They now have their family coming up and they are trying. And you find that sometimes children abandon their parents because they don't have any money. They don't have anything to help themselves and the parents. I'm not saying they should. That's not nice. Don't abandon your parents. No. But, they get confused and they leave that responsibility on neighbors or other persons in the community, which is not nice. Not nice. So we have to help each other to grow and to think that they must plan ahead. Get yourselves qualified early. You're in a job now working. Try and save as much as you can and try own a home, pay up a mortgage. You may need a car. You get it. So you step by step, you're in line. So therefore, when your children are growing up, they're going to say, my dad or my mom worked to achieve. But if you have never worked, how are you going to achieve? How are you going to become successful? Can't sit around on the corner every day and just look and complain. You have to have a solution to the problem. Each of us must have a solution. When we develop solutions to our problem, right there, we are able to help others by just them watching us. They say, oh, he used to drive an old car for many years and now he has bought a new one. He knows the reason why he was driving that old car for many years. Maybe he was trying to buy a home. Maybe he was trying to send his children through college. Maybe he was saving for his later years so the family could have been able to enjoy the pensionable years. You see, you have to have a plan. And too many times, guys, persons just sit around and do nothing. And at the end of the day, they walk around with a little box, begging a little something, when they had all the time. And sometimes we see them, and it hurts us so much. It hurts so much to see elderly persons on the street begging, begging to eat, begging to, for clothes. And then when you know you have that for your, at your home in abundance, it makes you feel bad if you don't share. But would we be encouraging people to continue in that path? Tell me about it. Write it in the comments, guys. I believe in persons taking up responsibility as soon as they can. Don't wait until you're down where you're weak. So you're begging to buy food. Can't buy food. You don't have any pension. You're begging. That means you live nowhere. You're homeless. So remember, guys, I have been thinking, and I say I need to put this in a video as well and share it. And you can put in your comments and share the video so you can encourage others who are not thinking seriously of what can happen to them when they are old enough where they cannot help themselves. If you have not yet subscribed to my channel, please do. Please subscribe and put the notification on all, so when I go live, you will be notified, right? And when I put out a video as well, you will be notified. Share the video and help someone to realize that you will not be young every day. No one will be young every day. We all will live to be older, although some of us do pass on, but age climbs, right? And we need to be in a shelter place. We need to eat food. We need to wear clothes. And we need to feel happy, right? So do what you're supposed to do and see you when I put my next video out or go live. Bye.